Okay, welcome to episode 54 of my 248k run on a ribbon world with a 10 times tick multiplier, where I avoid building train fuel for as long as possible. And the surprise twist today is we're definitely going to build the train fuel because we really need it, and the trains are complaining quite a lot. And we've done a bit of stuff already. We've got these oil processing things over here using sort of fancy high-end recipes. Yeah, and then I went back to the core base and got some sulfur, which I definitely need, and somewhere in here there's an energizer, which I also realized I needed. I don't know if I need these. Maybe the bots have one as well, and then we've also got like fluid wagons and trains, so we should have everything we need to make this make train fuel, because we kind of need it. Last time, the science is kind of ticking over now. We went back to, these are not the things I wanted to look at. Yeah, so the blue chips have some better modules now. These guys are much better ratio. Like what are these? 2 to 2.5, and there's some productivity bonus in there, so that's probably fine. These guys are these waiting for blue chips? Are these waiting for green chips at all? And do these have spare green chips? Not really. Okay, so that's pretty much doing what it should. And then we also expanded. This is actually the new one, isn't it? The old one is back here doing more stuff. So that's pretty happy and going. And fine. And then the other thing that I'm pretty happy about last time is a lot of this old petrochem just got blasted, and so I think we can blast some of the rest of this as well, because it just doesn't need to be here anymore. Don't have lamps here, but oh well. This is, yeah, I don't care about 3k acidic water. Oh, this stuff, yeah, we did this like temporary little fuel hack, and it looked like that has worked fine because we've fully emptied those tanks. So all of that stuff can just go. And then, yeah, I guess these steam pipes have to stay because they're part of the other hack. Oh well. Is that going to do anything nasty to my power grid? Now, all of these guys were just off by themselves, right? This is connected to the bottom of the grid anyway. It's fine. Okay, let's go and build some train fuel, he said. Yeah, and then also, where is the build train? Is the build train? Build train is not here. They're complaining about not having lights, I think. So let's have this train head back to this depot, because I just noticed I don't have things like power poles, which will be useful, because we're going to need them. Yeah, but we're going to module these as well. We're going to give these one Stokes module each, because productivity bonuses are nice, and then we're going to give them a lot of efficiency modules, because the Stokes are expensive, and this particular building is also quite expensive in ways that I probably don't need to care about, but whatever. Yeah, and then we'll give, so even with these 3 efficiency modules, it's still plus 60% pollution, plus, where is the power thing, plus 10% power. Yeah, so the efficiency modules don't directly change pollution, they change energy consumption, and then pollution is kind of calculated by multiplying your actual pollution rate by your energy efficiency, or something like that. It's a little bit all over the place. Mainly we look at this number that is 35.2 and go, yeah, that's kind of a bit, given we've got 10 of these things, but also let's make this work, because I've also got sulfur, right? We can just go, yeah, so we can have these things run. I can get, how did I get, okay, so I somehow managed to get in there and then also get stuck on things, because I'd like to get train fuel running sooner, if not later, but there are also just a bunch of buildings. Let's get this thing out of the way so it's not growling at me all the time. Yeah, there's a bunch of things we need to put here somewhere. So first of all, we need the energizer, and I think we're going to use maybe even all 4 of these grid squares, because somewhere there's going to be another petrochem build as well. Could I actually fit? I'm not going to be able to fit 5 up here because these grid sizes are just, yeah, the different sizes, but I might be able to put 4 up there, which might be a nice way to extend the petrochem later, but mostly we want train fuel. So yeah, we've got to do some charged crystal stuff. I need a train station to bring in these crystals, because we don't have any of those at the moment. Then we also need, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff we've got to put somewhere. Let's start by putting it over here. Okay. Because we're going to kind of build into that space, I reckon. Yeah, we've got to make this diesel fuel, then we have to make these energized fuel things. I don't think any of these, oh, these do you get Stokes. Okay. What speed does that end up? Minus 75? That's kind of silly. Let's do... Actually, I was going to beacon these as well, wasn't I? Let's do some combination like that, and then upgrade this to a speed 3. Not things I need to worry about now. I wanted to see what I wanted to get all the other buildings down somewhere, so I could look at all the things I needed to do, because we've got... Yeah, first of all, we've got acid gas coming out here. We've got a lot of it. We've got it in 2 places. This desulfurized kerosene is how we build... Maybe we do that first. Maybe we just go... Could we do the... Actually, even if I do the train fuel here... Where am I... This heavy oil pipe is kind of going to be in the way. If I could... Actually, some of that I still definitely need. This one... These ones... Oh no, that's weird building stuff here. So these 2 here need to exist to connect all of that up. I was wondering if I could grab one of the awful train stations like... In fact, exactly this train station, because I need it for crystals. This way? Does it? Yeah, and then that stuff is just kind of in the way. Do we go with that? Because we also can't put... Maybe we just don't put things there. Maybe we just put things over here. Yeah, because I guess we'll have that as a copy. That I mean, we've got enough bots doing basically nothing that we can have these things sitting around just fine. Because I think the plan I wanted for this was I wanted 5 of these. That's actually not where I wanted them. But never mind, we'll do this later as well. Yeah, if we do something like this, does it actually fit this way? It does. That's not really what I was expecting, but I think we can roll with that. Maybe? Because I think the plan was something like this, and then... Oh, we're doing this with fast inserters because this bit of the grid doesn't have basic inserters. Beacon here. This also here. Did I have... I had acidic water over here. That's fine. We can still do something like... We can put acidic water in this column, so that's fine. Then we've still got to do... Yeah, we've still got to do acid gas stuff as well. But... This is still... Maybe I could just have the crystals here. Actually, yeah, let's do this a different way. Let's have... all of this stuff. Sorry, bots, you're going to go backwards and forwards a bunch while I figure out where I'm putting things. Let's have this... You know what? Let's have... Yeah, we'll just have that buffer over there, because the thing I've decided that I can, in fact, do, which is going to be quite awful, is have this train station here. That's going to be where a normal crystal station goes, isn't it? And then we also need to grab also from Beacon Science. Yeah, Beacon Science has one of these things. Is this actually in a pattern that... Yeah, that's even in the right place, isn't it? Yeah, that is in the right place. So this will bring us crystals when the bots build this. I don't know if bots have these. They are short on train stations and combinators, so they're going to get all that done. Yeah, because then the idea was I could take this thing, which has all the pipes that I want, and line it up here. I can actually come back a bit, can't I? I can go even here. Because the first thing I was looking at was I was going to line this pipe up with the outside of this thing so I could get this line into the kerosene in at the top. And then realized the only beacon I've got is here, and I can just run this straight underneath like so, and that's fine. And then we also just go like that, I guess. So we're going to now be making a lot... Oh, we don't have... Yeah, I was going to upgrade these to speed 3s anyway, but this grid doesn't even have speed 2s in it, so those are never going to get built. So we'll just go up to speed 3s immediately, I guess. And then, yeah, so we've got kerosene over here, so that's fine. Then, yeah, the plan for this is then just to go... And we'll just also jump these onto the inside of this belt. And now this belt, even at this point here, has all of my crystals and all of this fuel. I don't need them on the same belt. I need the energized crystals on the same belt. These don't need to be on the same belt at all. Okay. But then I've still got them on this belt here. How do I feel about that? Do I want to move this back? But I don't think I do. I think we can still... Yeah, I think we're still just going to commit to some spaghetti being a bit weird. Let's run through the middle of this train and not die, which is a cool move. Then somewhere... Yeah, that energizer I just picked up. We can have that... Yeah, so we're not going to have many of these, and we're going to have one of these here, I guess. And then an energizer. Going here. And then these things. But the things I still want to... Actually, this is disgusting, and we're absolutely going to go for this. Because the thing I've just noticed here is... Yeah, I've still got all this random stuff on... Yeah, we'll just change all of these, because I don't have any of these on me. It doesn't quite fit, but it will fit if it goes here. I can have normal crystals and train fuel here. We're going to waste a bit of train fuel down here, but whatever. These guys can both have the crystals. They can both put stuff on this belt. I can't actually use... Yeah, I can't use yellow belt here because bots don't have yellow belt. So here's the inserter that takes all normal inserters to fast inserters and all belt to red belt because the bots actually have that. And then we run this up here. Like, I was wondering if I could do this with the direct insertion thing. Maybe I do this... I think this is still fine. Like, this is... I think this is one of the things in the cases of this recipe. Yeah, this is gonna... These can't be soaks, can they? No. Yeah, this is in the category of things I'm gonna feel bad about, but it'll still be kind of okay. So I think these are more or less the ratios of things that I want over here. We've all actually still got to do power, so let's have bots bring power poles for these things. So that's done, and then these guys have already got power poles, and then all of this is... yeah, that is... This stuff is going underneath here and is ending up on the other side, so that's all fine, and we are going to not really be making train fuel yet, because we don't have... Yeah, because we don't have everything else sorted out as well, but that's fine. This acidic water also wants to go somewhere, and then the acid gas... I think actually the acid gas... Yeah, oh, I had these things over here to set recipes and then didn't end up doing that. Because I do want this sulfuric acid recipe somewhere, because that's how we're going to be dealing with the acid water. And then there are other recipes that, yeah, make acidic water from acid gas, which is a thing that we want, but then also sulfur from acid gas, and also giving us, yeah, also using steam, because this guy is how we're going to get the acid gas turned back into sulfur. And I think what we do, I don't know how many of these we need, so I'm going to build 3, is... It's not a very good place for a tank, is it? But it's going to be a good enough place for a tank. And then this looks like it's going to have to go here, which is... I think I'm kind of okay with large portions of this build being just gross. That's going to be kind of how it happens. But we want... Yeah, we want acid gas into these things that we want to pump out if we have a surplus of acid gas. Acid gas is a fusion age thing? Acid gas. More than 22,000. Because we want a lot of this, because if we ever run out of sulfur, everything dies, and that's sad. Can you guys be stoked? No. In that case, I kind of get you guys could just like do whatever. Yeah, these things. You need a power pole. You need a power pole. Let's connect it to the power on the other side, and then this red belt. We're actually going to need to run the other way, aren't we? I mean, we're not going to need to, but this is what we're going to do. Give me that back, because it's a whole lot easier to change the direction of the stuff if I'm running, rather than waiting for bots to do it. It doesn't actually need to go that far. So this is going to give this guy sulfur. We've all got steam over here, which is fine. I also need... Oh, it nearly worked. It was nearly so good. Can I still... Wait, do these things need... These aren't just... Yeah, these are acid gas and steam. So these guys can't quite sit here like this. But I think it's okay. I think we can still just bump it forward that many squares. Actually, not even that far. We can just bump it forward 1 square. And then use the same kind of trick I use. Well, trick pattern. It's not really a trick. I can't go there because it will collide with... Should you guys not have made something by now? I guess you've put something... Yeah, I was kind of expecting you to see something get built. And... Yeah, so we've kind of done those things. These we unpowered because we were silly, but yeah, if I can get gas on this line here, and this is going to be a spaghetti mess, which probably shouldn't surprise anyone, but the thing I was looking at is whether or not I could just take this... Yeah, this feed here, and I reckon this works. You get out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. Oh wow, this only just works. But it does work. So that's cool. So now we can put this building back. Which is... Was it there? I just had a moment of, oh, this thing didn't connect to these inputs, and that's because it shouldn't have, because it definitely didn't want to be connected to these inputs, because these are in fact outputs for this thing. And we're currently blocked on gas, which is not a thing I'm super concerned about. Okay, so I completely failed to swap these belt directions. So we're just going to have bots tag anything I missed. Okay, so that belt is now all going the correct way. We've got some amount of acid gas, and you want to go in there like so. We've got steam from the nuclear build, which is fine, and then these guys are going to do a thing, and this here is where we want to spin this belt through to put sulfur over here. And I haven't really thought about how much sulfur I need to keep all these guys running, but it's probably, actually the thing that's kind of important is this even sulfur positive? How much acid gas am I making for how much sulfur? 3 sulfur into 75 acid gas. Okay. And then acid gas is 10 per sulfur. Okay, so that's fine, because I need, to set 1 cycle of this off, I need 3 sulfur, which is going to cost me 30 acid gas, and I've got a surplus, so that's all fine. So how quickly does that happen? 3 in 5 seconds, and I have 5 of these things, but they're also at a bit of a crafting speed, so that's a little more than 3 a second. How fast does this run? This runs so that's going to be enough, and it's also going to fit on a red belt, and all of that is actually going to be completely fine. So we have not powered this thing, because did did I break this stuff, or was it always bad? It could be either. Okay, so we've got a... Yeah, we've got a line of surplus acid gas, which is fine. We've got sulfur drifting in. I think the next thing we do to make all of this work to the extent that we can immediately is we've got to put the... Like, the acid gas is going to build up, the acidic water is also going to build up, but we're making more petroleum gas than that. So we've got to put that somewhere. And I reckon we put it, like, here? I reckon here is where we put these other surplus stations. In fact, I could have... Yeah, I could actually have... Could I? Let's check. Okay, so these things no longer need to be here. This one is dealt with. These things want to be moved out the way slightly, just so I can check on stuff. But we want to have a station that has gas. But we might name it differently, because having all these things all the way over here could be a bit of a problem. Like, this is not going to be a high priority station if we just let... Yeah, this is just not going to be a high priority station because it's so far away. We're going to probably have to station name these things differently and set up different trains to sort of... And also, yeah, set up some kind of depot back... clicking on the wrong things. Set up some kind of depot, maybe even over here, maybe this space here, where we can have long distance trains bring the stuff in, specifically the gas and the acid. Oh wait, no, we already had a place for the acid, didn't I? It was next to the other acid. It was... Where is the other acid? Yeah. So over here is... This station is going to be... We will use this for... Can I... why do you not have power? Okay, let's just sort that out quickly. Yeah, this is going to be... This station here, we're going to put surplus acid in here. We're going to put all this acid that we built out east over here, and it's probably not going to be much. And these guys need help? Why have you stopped? Oh, I don't have crude oil? Really? That's not what I expected. Okay, so we need to go and module those at some point as well, but I probably have speed modules for that. Okay, sure. In that case, maybe we do go and set up this train now, just because, yeah. So we might have to, yeah, I think I want to run some kind of depot things where... Because this station is now available, isn't it? And this is all full, yeah. I kind of want to run some kind of depot where trains will turn up here, and also for the gas that we're building over here, because no trains will naturally path this far just from the station limit stuff. And so, and also I don't want a train like in the situation here where somewhere there's a train, because we just made that station available, that has decided that the place it's going to get you, is it this one? Yes, no. Maybe it's that one. Yeah, probably. Fluid wagons. Is decided that from this acid-making station here, the best place it can get the crude oil that it needs is all the way out in the east. And I think that's pretty bad. I think what I'd rather do is have some other train delivering that to a... Yeah, probably here. Actually, I need several of them, don't I? I need a gas one and I need a crude one. Because then trains will just path to kind of the warehouse of stuff. Anyway, this is... Yeah, these are going to be... One of these is going to be the have gas... Yeah, this one over here is going to be the I have gas station, and this one over here is going to be the I have acid station. Neither of those are going to be active until we actually put stuff in them, which is fine. This is actually... No, this isn't... This doesn't have an enable disable condition. In fact, this just is going to be active all the time. And this is going to be... This is a surplus acid that we kind of need to dispose of. And then this one, I think we're also going to call this... Yeah, it's not... This is not going to be... We're going to have this be an outpost petrogas station, and then we're going to have like a warehouse closer to the base, and we're going to do the same thing with this train fuel as well, except we also kind of need... actually, here's a better idea. I have some of this fuel. I have these trains. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. That is going to partly offset this thing. Is we are going to take some fluid wagons and build this train out, and then hopefully not get hit by other trains. Give this guy a decent amount of fuel, and somewhere there was a train that... Where's the other... Yeah, can I... No. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out where that... It's not that one. That one is too small. It's probably this... that doesn't look like fluid wagons. Where is it? It's probably heading to the batteries, though, isn't it? It's probably heading here, of the various places that could be heading. Here we go. It's this train. Because we want to grab this schedule, put it on this train, and keep doing that. And now we've got 2 trains, and as soon as somewhere needs diesel... Actually, does this have... This does not need a... Yeah. And they'll just queue up somewhere, and it'll probably be fine. Okay, so that should temporarily address that problem. Let's also... How are we getting the... If the petrogas is going over here... Yeah, I think the reason why we're doing that is because... yeah, I think we're going to need a pump here as well, because I am anticipating having more processing over here, and not necessarily making acid out of the stuff that's over here. This is kind of in... Yeah, if it was 1 tile higher, which it can be. So... Yeah, I'm anticipating having more petrochem processing over here, and then here. And not making acid from it, just making gas from it, I guess, because that's what I need. Whereas this one is going to be the acid tank. Yes, surplus acid, outpost petrogas, that's all fine. We need to get more kerosene in, okay? And the kerosene is blocked on not doing things with acidic water, which is fine. And then I think we're just going to do that over here, because we've got the surplus acid gas here, and then also the acidic water here. And so if we can figure out where this train station is going to go, and it's going to be the same... I'm going to need to swap the inserters if I do that, aren't I? Okay, never mind, whatever. We're doing that anyway. This is also not a train station that's ever going to turn off. This is just going to be a station that will exist forever. Yeah, and then all these are going to have to be... All of these are going to have to be swapped and also fast belt still, because we are in a segment of the grid that does not have access to normal inserters. Okay, so we've got this... At a moment of what am I putting on this train and what is this thing doing, and then realize, no, the entire point of running this underneath through here and putting the other station here is that, actually, this is only ever going to be a too long train, isn't it? This stuff doesn't need to exist, which means we've got a bunch of places that we can squirrel pipes through, and also means that, where is... I need a train station that... This looks like, yeah, some pattern like this. We can go here and here, but then we also need to upgrade that because we don't have the red belt. And then this is also just going to go... Yeah. That's going to look pretty good, I reckon. And then this is going to be my new train fuel station. And I guess we have train limit 1, but we're never going to... Yeah. Do I want to rename this as one of the other have train fuel stations? I think maybe I do. But also, over here somewhere, There's a train not there. That's the modules upgrade. Yeah, this train here definitely no longer wants to exist. Because we don't want this one accident. Yeah, and then this is also not going to be a having train fuel station. Because we don't want to accidentally go here and load any of these things. Because we've got so many of those. We've got to do something about those later. But this is... Yeah, so we've got train fuel here waiting to be used, and then we've got to deal with the... Yeah, we've got to deal with the acidic water, and... I could have actually put these things in a different place. Oh no, wait, we figured out that these are actually jumpable over, like, I can fit them through here? Yeah. So we're going to do, actually, this is perfectly in line. Oh no, that's the acid gas again. So we can go here, and then we can go there. So desulfurized kerosene we don't have. This we're running down. This acid gas is kind of dealt with, but we're also tanking it. We've got pumps in these places, and all of that's fine. So yeah, so we need to deal with... Where did the heavy oil is over here? Okay. For the moment, just to also keep continuing to process this stuff, we're also going to just have a heavy oil tank here. Don't know what we're doing with that. That's just going to unblock stuff for later. Why are you guys not running? Oh, because I've also got to get rid of the water. Okay, that's actually pretty easy to do, in a sense. We're going to do this. We're going to swap these things with long-handed inserters here and there. Then this thing can't be here, but we can have one here, which is fine. And then we can have a pattern like so. And now we also have water coming out. Oh yeah, because we need to get water for cracking at some point as well. Maybe I should have done cracking down here, because currently the pipes for water are over here as well, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, I'm not super concerned about that. I mean, we can even just vent the water, and all of that stuff will end up somewhere useful. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to do... Yeah, we're going to do a... Because also these guys probably have... Okay, some of them have got stacks, some of them don't. Okay, where are these pipes? And why don't they have the things that I want? Okay, so we've got... No acidic water? Oh yeah, because the pump's not on. Yeah, fine. And then we've got acidic water here. And I think here is also a place where we can run these water pipes through, because it means we can do stuff like what do you need? Yeah, you just need the acidic water, and you just also need the steam, which we can also get through this way, which is completely fine. And then you also need yeah, you guys need fuel liquid stations. Do I have... I do. I bought a bunch of these boxes, because we're going to need to do exactly this kind of stuff, where this is a logistic request for exactly the kind of fuel we want, which is this one. And let's go to 200 for each of these. And, yep. We also want over here, this one wants to... Yeah, this is not the right kind of... Actually, let's swap out that kind of train while we're here, because we can. Where are we? We're over here. Okay. We are, in fact, not going to swap out that train. We were too slow. Oh, well. Yeah, then somewhere... I guess here is as good a place as any. We're also going to grab stuff for a provider chest that I don't have, but I can queue one from the small section. I'm pretty sure bots might have those. They might not. They do not. Okay, fine. Yeah, I don't really want to put a storage chest there. Okay, so let's still just work on getting this stuff through, because yeah, we're going to have more water turning up here or something like that. But I think then we also want to run the water through... Can I run it through this way? And yeah, this is actually a pretty good line for it, because it will not hit too many of the other parts of the train station. Actually, this one is bad, but I kind of want to take one of them out anyway, because I wanted a silo. Do I have a silo? I should have a silo somewhere. Why no silo? Here's a silo. I knew I had silo somewhere. Yeah, because we want... Where can the silo go? Is this going to be... Yeah, we'll be fine here. These things want to turn here, actually. And we want one of them in here. Yeah, we're going to run into issues of... Actually, no, I wasn't going to do it at all. I was just going to have regular corners here. Yeah, because fitting the pumps on there would be kind of awkward. And then this one can go like here. Yep, and then this is the spot just here where we're going to throw in a couple more pumps for water pressure. Then this pump here is slightly off. That's kind of annoying, but it wouldn't... Okay, yeah, so we're gonna see if we could do all of this section differently. Can we? Yeah, so we can have this one connecting here, and this one connecting here, and then this one probably connecting. Yeah, that's much better. I like that more. And then this tank only wants to pump in while we have less than, say, 20,000, 200,000. Yeah, so we still want a lot of water, but we don't want like complete water, because it's quite important that these guys are all finished, these guys are doing a thing, this one is busted, that's kind of important. Yeah, so now bot's gonna make that work, yeah, because we need places for this recipe to output water, and then also this recipe here to output water, and in fact this one, we can unblock this immediately by just... No, I don't even think we need to pump this. I don't think the throughput is going to even be that much of a demand. But we're just going to do that. And now these guys are working. All of this acid gas will get turned into sulfur. All of these guys will have all their acid gas. We're probably filling this up a bit, but whatever. And then we've just got to work on... Yeah, here we've got water. Here we need steam and... Oh, so the thing I haven't done is figured out how many of each of these I want. Okay, I guess we wander back here to look at... Do I want to do this with less wastage? Maybe I want to do this with less wastage. Actually doing it with... Yeah, let's see if I can do a thing that feels kind of bad and have long head inserted here, long head inserted here. Yeah, just put it on the ground. That's great. And then you guys can have some of these, and you guys can have the other of these, and you're still waiting for me to make the kerosene run properly. But other than that, this... Yeah, I mean, that's not really an intermediate buffer that I really needed to be worried about making. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's the thing I was doing. I was figuring out how much acidic water am I making. 100 and... Crafting speed 65. Oh yeah, but these things are limited by these, aren't they? Okay, so we're going to do this very roughly. Actually, then there's more acidic water coming out of the gas thing as well. But we've got about 20 per second per 5 buildings. So we've got to deal with about, let's say we have to deal with 150 acid gas per second, and these things will deal with 100 per second. So even if I do... Are these Stokesable? No. Are these Stokesable? No. Okay, fine. I think we still need... We just grab 3 of these. I think we have... Where is all the stuff? All the stuff is over here. We can go... We're just going to hack this in and not really... Actually, we can do this... Yeah, we can do the pattern where all these things are close to each other. And then just go... Where is the steam? Is here? Hopefully the steam doesn't collide with the tank. The steam does not collide with the tank. That is good. We can block one of those outputs, but that's kind of fine. Okay. We can have this here. We can do... This is steam, yes. And then one of these, this one will be acid gas, yes. So then we can do this thing here. That feels pretty good, I reckon. And then we can do another thing where we've got, yeah, this acid pipe can also just run here. And then we can do a similar thing with the acidic water. Things I could have copied and pasted and then didn't. But it's probably fine. Okay, so this is going to be all the acidic water production we need. And then, yeah, this is going to deal with what I decided this was 300 a second or something crazy like that. And then how many of these, wait, that's the wrong one. This is dealing with the acidic gas. This one here is the one that is, yeah, I need more of these. Okay, so first of all, let's check. This was dealing with 100 acid gas a second. Okay, how much acid gas am I getting out? These ones are 75 every 5 seconds plus a bit more, and then these ones are 50 every 5 seconds. 50 every 5 seconds, 75 every 5 seconds, so it's about 150 per second because we've got all the, yeah, so this here is going to also still be more than we need, so that's cool. So then we need to also work on dealing with, was it about 200 acid gas a second? Acidic water a second, yeah, sure. Plus whatever these things spit out, which is an equal amount of, yeah, so we are going to need 4 and 4, 150 and 4, 6, so we need like 6 of these. I reckon if we string 6 of these together, I will be happy about this. And this can, whereas this is, okay, I think I see a pattern I can use, which just consists of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's fine. This is water. It's not as water, it's acidic water, which is not the same, but good enough. And then we need to get water. Oh, this is the output water, isn't it? This is the output water tank is kind of on the other side. Oh well, never mind. We are going to do this thing again. Yes, because this being a water pattern is the water pattern. We're just going to go, hey, I heard we had a water reservoir that we could just move stuff into, so that's fine. These guys, yeah, let's connect all this stuff up. Let's do this with bots, actually. This, yeah, so this much of this thing wants to be here, and then we actually haven't given any of these things power yet either, have we? Never mind. And then this is the acid that ends up here, which is fine, and then we can just have a pump, say, here. Is that what I want to do? I think I might actually... I'm never going to be running enough of this to really have... Yeah, I think we're just going to... I was wondering whether I wanted to do this with 2 pumps, just for throughput purposes. I concluded that I'm never going to have that much of the stuff, so it's probably fine. Yeah, so then we just got to get power to all of these things, which we can do somewhat like so. I think I have a bunch of these, so I may as well place them. And then I have these as well, and then bots will get all this stuff done. And we are... Oh, we're filling the pumps. The pumps have internal buffers as well that will also just fill. So this, I think, is pretty good. Yeah, we're getting some amount of fuel out. We need to power these guys as well, because the other thing we're not doing at the moment is cracking... Yeah, we're not cracking the heavy oil into gas. Is that the train that I want with the engine, the locomotive that I want to replace? No, but this one is. So you go there, and yeah, this is all pretty healthy. We've got a lot of sulfur down here. These guys are running. These guys are blocked on kerosene. Oh no, that was an input thing. These guys are just running. Okay, so that's what we want. We are making train fuel. We are successful in all of our objectives. Get rid of this thing. We'll give this a diesel train because we've got these now. That's the way it goes, yeah. Sure, you have all of the rest of that fuel. On this tab, we're making all the trains better, and this is probably a good candidate for a train that just wants to be able to go where it needs to, because it's got a long way to go. Yeah, so that train has a decent amount of fuel, and we'll get more fuel once we bring its stuff. This one also has... This one, yeah, I wanted to check that this one has... Yeah. Those trains are going to go fast, which is good because they've got a long way to go. And then this tank is filling, and we need to work on the cracking. These are not all running. Are these at least all running? No, because we've... Oh, because... Yeah, okay, sure. Because this thing here needs to connect the acidic water. And that's why these two aren't running. These ones are running, and we've got a surplus of kerosene. These machines are also just one-to-one. The kerosene doesn't actually connect. Yeah, it connects from here in a way that we can't quite see because the buildings are tall to this thing. But there's no way to distribute kerosene from one of these pipes to a different processing facility. But I'm still completely fine with that because all of these things are, yeah, they're going to have the same building speeds, they're going to have the same kind of bonuses, that's all fine. Yeah, we are making pollution, a lot of pollution, decent productivity, yeah. So that's all fine, and the only thing we have to worry about dealing with here are the... Yeah, so we've got to get cracking going. I think we can, because we've got water here, and all of... I want to check that all of these... Yeah, we already set that up. This is a nice stable water tank. It will get water from anywhere else if it needs it. These guys are actually producing water. There's actually no consumption of... There is in fact no consumption of this water. This is just filling up a tank. Okay, that's kind of an issue, but it's an issue that I'm actually pretty happy solving in a different way, because all it means is this is also a tank that we just pump out of. And then the thing I was wondering is, can I also just slot in a water pipe here? And the answer to that is yes. Wait, no, there's a steam thing here, so we've got to use the other one. Okay, cool. And I guess that means we just power this differently. How is this connected to the... How is this connected to steam? Okay, so now we've got water, now we can do this, now that's fine, and we need to put this guy back here. And then we are, yeah, so this is now filling, there's just water going in here, and then we are pumping out, and we kind of need to prioritize using this first pipe. But that's also kind of fine. We can still go here, we can still go here, and then... Let's build some cracking over this way. And this tank I don't think is going to stay, because it's going to be... Several of these things going to be in the way if I try to put other stuff here. But, oh, well. And then... Yeah, we just put some cracking in here, I guess. Okay, let's do the absolute minimum effort. And do the cracking pattern I usually use in speedruns. And just go like this thing into the next thing. We've got this water here, which is actually slightly in the wrong place. This all needs to be forward one tile. And yeah. Then this line here and this line here. We got one of these things here. This kicks forward. This one also kicks forward. We've got some of this kind of stuff, and then we want power poles somewhere, and then here we've got a gas line, and then we just want, I don't know, a bunch of these. I have not thought about how much I want, but also, yeah, this is going to be difficult to beacon later, isn't it? Do I even mind? I'm not sure that I mind. It's mostly at this point, kind of just about getting rid of... Actually, let's not do that. Let's do this with a pump so I can... let's... No, we can't even rotate that at the moment. Oh, well, it's a bit of a shame. Yeah, it's mostly about... These things are currently waste products, in a sense. But I think we're still going to... I think we still prod mod and beacon these a bit, don't we? I think we go... those all missed. Did those... Nothing... No, they didn't go over anything important. It's fine. Let's give them all... Prod mod... Let's give them all 2 prod mods. And a speed mod. And that's probably more than I need, and it's going to be fine. We're going to pump this into this gas tank. Actually, this pole here will also power the build. So that's nice. And we're now pumping gas in. We've got gas there. All this stuff is running. I'm just going to quickly check how much light oil is coming out of these things, but I don't think it's very much. And I'm high on kerosene because I'm high on acidic water. Really? I thought I was dealing with that. Unless... This tank is not full? Where is the acidic water going? Oh, this... Yeah, so I took the power pole out of there so I could put that underground in, and then didn't actually put the underground in. So that's cool. This... And this, we can actually just have... Like, this isn't... I don't think that's a great place for pumps. But this will just help everything run. And also, this is kind of void because we've got a pump here anyway. But, oh well. Okay, so I think that is everything that we need to... I think we are now just straight up making train fuel. I mean, we've been making train fuel for a bit. But I think now we can have... Yeah, we can do another of these trains. We can... Yeah, we're still going to... Like, I gave away the train fuel that I had. And I kind of still need to be able to do that kind of stuff. Then you need some of these, and then actually... This acid train, we also need to put the other station to deal with it. We haven't actually fully solved our acid problem yet. Yeah, our train station problem yet. We could still have a bunch... I've only got this many trains. Yeah, we could still have this train fuel back up in a couple of places in a way that's bad, but also I'm fine with that. These trains are going to be fast, and this train... also going to be fast, because it's got a long way to go. We are building train fuel kind of in the middle of nowhere, but that's also fine. These guys are waiting on having kerosene. Is that just a... Oh no, I'm waiting on dealing with acidic gas. I thought I had a good way of dealing with acidic gas. Oh, the acidic gas was also blocked on just having too much acidic water. And how fast are these guys going? Okay, you guys, I don't know if you're going to need these speed modules forever. We might downgrade these, or I might take them out, but also just get rid of all of this acidic water, because this acidic water, and yeah, okay, yeah, this is why it looked like I'd solved the acidic water problem, then I hadn't, is that I was filling up this buffer, and then when this buffer filled up, the acid gas backed up. So we do actually need... How many of these? 4 a second, 100... I'm still... that's actually not enough, is it? This is not enough stuff. Okay, I guess we break all of this and figure out how to put in... How many more fit? That many more fit? And then where this can go here, and then the acid can actually poke through here. So that's all fine. And then the water is still just connected. So yeah, now we can have bots build a bunch more of these. Oh, I've got these, don't I? And then the bots also don't have prod mod 2s. So we can do that as well. And are these power poles connecting? These power poles are connecting, which is cool. We've got a lot more... Yeah, we've got a lot more acid gas getting processed because... Okay, now we are I thought these guys were like... Ah, no, these are the ones that are... I thought I saw one that was like a huge amount of stuff in 0.2 seconds. Maybe I need more of this as well. The input is here, but that's fine. I think we can just have another of these 3 also just here, except that one doesn't quite work. Here will work. Yeah, this is how Factorio was played. Oh, I thought I had enough of this stuff. I don't. We'll just smash in more. And you guys are special enough for speed mod 1, I reckon. And that's going to be probably a lot more of that gas processing than we need. These guys don't need... They already got there too. This one got 3. Oh well. Yeah, that's going to definitely process out any surplus I have, and then that's going to keep all of these machines running. Is blocked on kerosene? Isn't that's not blocked on kerosene? That's not enough kerosene. Actually, I think that's kind of what I was expecting, because I have more of these machines than I needed, and I think that's all kind of fine as long as I can see all these guys running, and we're currently not. But it's still okay because we're up to 5 stacks of train fuel. Okay, so I think there's a couple of minor things we want to tag in at this point. We want to get this train fueled. We want to get, oh yeah, because that tank, the hitbox is kind of weird versus the art. We want this train fueled. We want this train fueled. This is... Yeah, that tank I can actually get rid of now. So we've run down that buffer. We're gonna get rid of that tank because I would rather that tank were not in the way. And yeah, we can just move all of this. Is fine. Actually, this pattern is exactly the pattern we want there. And when I say not in the way, it might still be somewhat in the way. Okay, so that's all going to run. Yeah, we need... I think I actually need to just ride this acid train to the next place we want to go. So this is surplus acid, and then somewhere over here, this one is... We're just gonna wander away from our naming conventions. We're not even gonna have a train limit on that one. And this is going to go from surplus acid to warehouse acid, full, empty, and surplus acid is also where we're fueling this. So let's add a time past 10 seconds here. And then, is there anything else that I want to do while I'm here? Bots don't have request chests? Bots don't have request chests. Okay. Everything else looks like it's pretty fine. This water is the one I'm using for cracking. Although maybe I do actually need... Oh no, I did see it just tick down. I was wondering about whether or not the rate at which I was generating water for these was less than the rate I would be using water to crack the small amount of heavy oil coming out of these things. But I did just see it tick down from 212 to 211, and it's just ticking down to 210. Okay, so this is all water negative, which is good, because it needs to be. And then, yeah, this station is going to be here for a while. We've got train fuel here. Yeah, we need to ride this train to this acid surplus, to this warehouse of acid. And then this also needs another train that, yeah, we're gonna have to bring this back as well. These two trains are doing good work. I didn't realize I needed all that much stuff. But it looks like we have... Wait, what are you doing? Please crude empty, empty full. Okay. Okay, it just all filled really quickly. I thought I saw it do a different thing. Okay, so I needed to take boxes of different kinds to places that needed them. Yeah, because we've got enough. So we're making train fuel somewhere. We're still not actually bringing it into the network, and I want to get out here because otherwise it's going to take me back to the thing, which I guess I kind of could have used. And then this is not working, so we've got to connect that. This one here is working, so we have also boosted. Yeah, these ones are always just going to empty out the warehouse acid into the other place we need acid. This one is going to take us up to 200k, up to 100k, which is completely fine. So that's all good. Congratulations to you, because you are now also going to be a fancier train. Do I still have? I do not. Okay, never mind. We give you some superchargers. We realized that we didn't actually bring any of the train fuel that you need. It's all that train fuel is still in other places. Cool. Anyway, somewhere, actually by the, not by there, by the iron and copper smelting, because these trains are, that's the science, that's not smelting. These trains are rotated to, except I took the fuel away when I was trying to grab it for other things. Okay, fine. Guess we just go all the way back out to the outpost, copy this configuration, put it here. Then we need to bring train fuel in. Yeah, am I unhappy about these guys running? I mean, there's a bunch of things that depend on acid, but not hugely. Do I have? I don't have. I'm gonna have to use a boring train. That's a bit of a shame. We also put the boring train on the tracks the wrong way. Yeah, where is this build train? This build train wants to come back here because there's some stuff we want to put on this train that will let us build all of these things. Specifically, we need to give it request chests, we need to give it a provider chest, although I don't think this one has been set. This one is still not getting enough. Are these all... Yeah, okay, I guess I could give these... I mean, I still have a large number of these still kind of running. I think I'm mostly okay with that. Yeah, so here's the build train. We want to give the build train a bunch of... Actually, we can give the build train a bunch of things that are probably just sitting around here, right? Like, yeah, request a chest it wanted, lights it wanted, train stations and combinators it probably wants. And then, do I have anywhere that's... Okay, so the passive provider chests might be in this box? Yes. Okay, so special projects wagon, have a lot of lights, have some of these, have some more train stations, have some more combinators. I already gave you those boxes, have these boxes, I'll get more. And yeah, you get rid of all of these things for me. Yeah, oh, you probably needed these boxes as well. And at this point, what do bots complain about not having? Chem plants? Did I not give you enough chem plants after all of that? I thought I had... Okay, you need a chem plant. Congratulations on having... Actually, have a bunch of chem plants. Yeah, so you go... Do I want to go over there? No, I want to sit around here because I've got to do... Does this thing... Yeah, this thing is now... I don't need this request to be... Okay, I still want that request. I just don't want 500 of them. I maybe only want 200 of them for setting up new trains. But it does mean that... Oh, also, these trains are bad, and I won't use them again. Is that... I mean, that feels kind of unfair, but also not. Also... I've got fancy mod trains now. We're going to do everything with fancy mod trains now. So this is going to be my train. And then I need to, yeah, find some places where we used to be doing bot fuel stuff. Because we need to replace these with the new bot fuel. Where is purple science? Purple science is, yeah, purple science over here. This this thing. Get rid of this one, but then put an empty one there, and then this is already on anything. This is also on anything, which is nice, because it means that... Where is my train fuel train? My train fuel train is over here. This is have train fuel, yeah. And then I think we are going to add an icon to this, because I think we're going to stay with this for a while, because this is already quite an investment in train fuel stuff, because we've got these trains. They also we're putting quite the investment into supercharging stuff as well. These, okay, I kind of need, let's have this just cached to 6 stacks. Yeah, we don't want a full chest of fuel here, but this is a place that we want to be caching fuel for this train and these trains and these gas trains when they're here, and these crude oil trains and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to do that, and then also we can fuel this train over here as well. It's not the right kind of train yet, but that's a thing we can address at some point. And yeah, I needed to... Wait, Purple Science. There was this train station somewhere that we just blitzed. And then this is requesting train fuel, and I guess we put the icon on this as well, because that's what we're doing now. And then this also means that these new train stations with the train fuel will be things that I don't have to worry about the train going to a station that still has all of these crystals. So that's cool. And then where is... So the grid cut is here. So I'm going to need one of these trains. Like, let's have a train fuel train here. And then yeah, these things have to move a bit, don't they? So we're going to be, this is going to serve all of these trains, and not this train, because this is we can do a request down here as well, can't we? Yeah, because we also want we don't want Logibots taking from this chest to take it all the way across the grid to power a train that's down here. So I think probably somewhere in here. Can we just ninja? Oh, we can't quite, can we? Because we've got the train... Yeah, we need to delete one of these. I think it's one of these two, which we didn't actually have line of sight on. So we'll do that at some point later. But the point was, we also want... Where is... Yeah, so there's other grid breakers here. So about... And I don't mind putting it on the other side of train stations, like... is there light in the way as well? No, the light is in a good place with respect to this train station. Yeah, I don't really mind. These aren't trains that are going to visit very often, so I don't mind kind of station congestion, because these are mostly not going to be used, probably. But let's also... where is this train? This train schedule wants to go from have train fuel, and there's probably 2 have train fuel stations. Oh no, there's only one. Yeah. There's only one at the moment, because we just destroyed the other station to not accidentally go there. And then, please train fuel, there's probably 2, and we want the ones that we have not reconfigured yet. And empty cargo. And yeah, this thing, oh, is that all? Yeah, I think that's okay, isn't it? Yeah, that's going to do everything it needs to. And it's probably going to sit here for a while, but we're still going to add a 10-second thing to make sure this guy gets fueled, because these things have got requests, these guys have got requests. This one doesn't have any fuel yet, but we are going to... Yeah, I kind of want more kerosene out of this. These guys are all just running. This is the amount of fuel I get out of 5 oil processing facilities running at 65% speed and 10% productivity. Oh well, I guess crafting speed plus 30. If I swapped in an efficiency module. If I swap the efficiency module for another Stokes module, I'd end up doing a ton of pollution, but also, yeah, it's already a lot anyway. Never mind. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that. And then wait, I didn't want to be here. I want it to be over here because this train wants to go to a train fuel station and bring us some train fuel. And where's it going? It's going to the one all the way in the other grid. Okay, that's acceptable because we need to be fueling trains there as well, I guess. But the place I really wanted it to go was the train fuel station in... Oh, because this one isn't built yet. This is not actually a station yet. When the bots get around to doing this, and they're all busy... Oh, this was going to be where I was going to put the other iron ore station for this stuff, because it certainly got the leftover iron ore, but whatever. Yeah, all the bots are busy emptying out the crystals from the other build, which is by the purple science, which is over here. Yeah, these guys are taking... There's not too many of them left now, but we do want to do something with those crystals as well. There's a bunch of things we want to do with those crystals, because... Yeah, it's the next of the fusion era stuff, and there's a bunch of isotopes that I haven't looked at yet. I mean, sure, other things I haven't actually figured out yet, but yeah, here's how we get refined crystals by doing more crystal matrix stuff. We then get high energy crystals by doing lead coolant stuff, and we have lead coolant now, and then we can charge these again, and that's all great. And I remember that bots needed the non-charged version of these, and also fusion tech, but also this is going to be what we do with the artificial energy crystals, and we have a lot of them because there's a lot of train fuel stuff around the place. There's also like this, the train fuel train station down here. Let's actually connect this back up again, even though we don't really need to. Get all of this stuff, like these things are probably not going to run for a while, and then I'm pretty sure this is the same crystal matrix that we used to upgrade to the next ones, aren't they? Yeah, so these ones are going to disappear. I guess we just do this now. Yeah, sure. These aren't going to need normal crystals. The normal crystals are going to stop here. These ones, this whole row of stuff, we are going to pivot. Actually, these recipes. Do I have... Bots can probably bring me one of these pretty quickly. I probably have them in... I probably have one of them in storage somewhere. I just don't know where. Yeah. Here we're going to do advanced crystals, and we're going to do this refined crystal stuff. And this is like preview for next time, I guess, and me not being able to finish things is... Yeah, we're going to have... I think we actually end up with... No, we don't have space to do it there. Yeah, these guys are going to be doing this kind of stuff, and then we'll have some more of them here. We'll look at... I think these ones end up... This recipe is 10 seconds, and then this recipe is 4 seconds and gives us 2. How many does this takes 2? Okay, but there's still more than we need. But yeah, we'll look at that stuff later. We now have bots complaining about not having... Oh, you're complaining about not having things in... Oh, that's actually hilarious. This train here, did it unpack everything into... Yeah, so this provider box we don't have. Actually, the way I'm going to sort that out is this train station here. We can just get rid of one of these provider boxes. So actually, can we... Yeah, we can just get rid of this one. I feel pretty bad about putting all that stuff in storage, but like bots will still be able to use it if we do anything with it. And then I kind of wanted... The thing I wanted to do, how much train fuel do you have now? Yeah, still not very much. These guys are, you know, still doing what they can. We've had some go past, but also whatever. Actually, if we can have this thing not here but here, and that's going to be still powered, which is nice, and it's going to waste less of the fuel. But yeah, now we just make a lot of train fuel, and I guess also, yeah, this inserter is grabbing it first, and putting the train fuel, is doing the train fuel supply to the stations in this node that are asking for train fuel, and then also filling up these trains with train fuel, because I don't think I fully fed these at all to start with, which I think is a situation that I'm okay with. Yeah, we've got train fuel stuff done. We've got train fuel... We've got a train fuel station built. I just want to check... Yeah, I still want to get train fuel into this grid to check that everything is working. Testing is a good idea. So let's bring this train to, say, here. Here. And then go to the train fuel request. And power grid is fine. Tech is actually ticking on better than I expected. I've got a lot of purple tech, which is cool because I'm doing a purple tech thing at the moment. I've got a lot of space science tech as well. And I've got military, I've got all the techs building up. Is this a long tech? No, it's just a 45-second thing. Okay. I guess I'm also... Am I waiting on... Okay, so yellow science is actually kind of slow for some reason. Well, yeah, we've got a bunch of it. Maybe it was... What are you... Would you not have electric engines? Why are electric engines slow? Why Oh, you're not getting... You're just output blocked. I don't know. That will be a mystery, but do we at least have... It's heading to have fuel, and it did drop it off at some station somewhere. I don't know where it went. I should have been paying attention when I was looking at the science instead. Okay, so does that mean that... Did it put it over here? It did put it over here. Okay, and all... Okay, some amount of that train stuff is getting picked up. Okay, so yeah. So... Now there's a bunch of stuff to do that I'll do between episodes about making bots unhappy by having them pick up even more of these chests of crystals. Yeah, we're gonna just... I think we're making more fuel than we need. I hope we're making more fuel than we need, because we've got a lot of buffers to fill. We'll come back and do some more crystal stuff. We've also got to do magnets and stuff like that. I hope this wasn't too long of an episode, but it might really have been as well, even though we only did the one thing. But we did at least do the train fuel. Like, the train fuel thing is now a solved problem, which is cool.